Three Happy Cats and Pot TV present. That's right. It's the 420 Lifestyle Show. Stick around. We're going to cultivate your freedom. Earl, we salute you. Hey. What? Oh, we're good to go? All right. Yo, so, hey, welcome to the show. And this is show number 27 for August 24th, the 420 Lifestyle Show. Hey, Carly, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back.
I was just waiting till you're done with that bong rip in case you were like, had a chuff.
I got it.
No chuff.
Speed.
No chuff.
No.
No chuff. I like it. Yeah. Quite a few more people in the house today. Good to see. Kitten Puff is here. Hey, Kitten Puff, welcome back. You've been away. Yeah. You were like in conservative land. Edmonton. You were trying to convert.
Well, I mean, I come from that little spot.
Come on over. Come on up and sit down for a minute. Well, we haven't seen you for so long. It's been like, 3 weeks at least.
I know, forever.
There's a mic. Grab a mic. This Kitten Puff from Happy Cats.
The place I grew up is actually that little teeny tiny spot of orange in Alberta, so I'm actually really surprised sometimes when I leave that little area. It's like just really how conservative it is.
The only little bastion of orange in Alberta.
That one little spot was that was my riding, you know.
There you go. Nice.
I know, it's just trying to spread. I mean,
so now you've actually given a clue as to where you're from. People look it up on the map. Well, it's got to be there. It's the only orange spot in Alberta.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty easy to find. You're like, oh, that neighborhood. Of course, it's by the U of A, so you know.
What do you think of the new logo banner there?
I love it.
Isn't that cool?
I love it. It's fantastic and big and shiny.
Yeah, we got that up today. And what else is going on? So what do you got planned for the future? You got any? I know you're the Bone Rattle Talent. I haven't heard much from them lately.
We've got a show on the 10th at Funky Winker Beans. It's our Femme Fatale show, so it should be a gooder.
What is it? Beans? What?
Femme Fatale.
The Femme Fatale. No, but you said something before.
September 10th.
Oh, September 10th.
September 10th
Femme
is
Fatale.
the next show, yeah. So that
very
should be
nice.
good.
That should be very good.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Funky Winker Beans.
Oh, that's what you said. I didn't quite hear. Funky Winker Beans.
Funky
yes.
Winker Beans,
Funky
always.
Winker Beans.
You know,
the
they put stairs
Vancouver's
in their room for us,
premier dive bar.
Well, they have a full frontal license, so the girls can get down and dirty if they want.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. It's an
love
old
it.
grandfathered
Woo!
clause.
Nice. Good to know. I'll have to get down to the
I know you keep saying you're going to come and you never do.
Vancouver's premier dive bar. I know.
For
You should
shame,
see.
for shame.
As I was saying earlier off camera before the show, I have been working 7 days a week solid for like longer than I can remember right now, like months. So yeah, I need to take, and I'm moving in a couple of weeks, so I will be taking some time off in the very near future. I've scheduled it in tentatively. Yeah. Awesome. What else is going on today? And what do we got for the show today? Oh, by the way, so, we did have the show. We were shooting the show in a mirror for a while because we had it switched around, or looking like we did. And then, I don't know if you guys caught the play. Carly pointed it out to me that Jeremiah ended up getting into our storage area and like decided to borrow the mirror, and then he broke it.
I did nothing of the sort.
So now we're stuck back here, and you have to film. Like, we can't even shoot in the mirror anymore. We have to actually film, like, right off the camera.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. 7 years bad luck for me. Oh, look, we actually have a camera of our own over here.
Oh, look,
Hi,
Gay,
Pod
there
TV.
they are. Well, that's
Me
right.
and Stoner Advisory, who's helping me produce the show.
Woo.
Yeah.
She's our, what do you call it? She's our interning producer.
Yep. Producer in training.
Producer in training. P-I-T, Pit?
I was just thinking.
Doesn't sound good at all.
We'll come
What's-
up with something better than that.
You know, I got it promoted to Pit today.
At least I make it look good.
Oh, Lord. I tell you. So, yeah, we are saluting Earl Cowan today. We love you, Earl. I mean, I sure hope that Earl is quickly promoted also to the senior fundraiser for the Conservative Party.
I think I was saying they should give him his own show on Sun TV. It's too bad that's not around anymore.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Ezra 11th and Earl Cowan.
Exactly. They're virtually the same anyway, so.
Oh, it'd be hysterical. Oh, could you imagine Ezra 11th being the voice of reason with the two of them?
I know he should think about a career in journalism at Fox News.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure the phone's ringing. Is Earl there? Is Fox News calling? We have a job offer? Probably, though, after that outburst, he can't get a green card. Anyways, in case, by the way, though, just to actually point out what a great guy Earl is, it turns out that he was also the same guy that back during the Toronto civic election earlier this year yelled out to Olivia Chow to go back to China.
Oh, he's a racist
Yeah.
as well?
Oh, of course he's a racist, hate-filled piece of shit himself. Earl Cowan, identified by both the Ukrainian Canadian Congress and the Toronto Star as the angry heckler who hurled the insult at CTV News Laurie Graham and CBC News Hannah Thibodeau as they asked him questions about his take on Senator Mike Duffy's trial. Cowan was attending one of Stephen Harper's campaign events in Toronto and was shown on camera wearing a Doug Ford for Mayor pin. That's the one I told you about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just put a big conservative one.
The connection was made by BuzzFeed's Ivor Torcell. And he made the connection to the Chow incident shortly after footage and photos of Cowan began to circulate. In September, Chow participated in a debate alongside Toronto mayoral candidates Ford and John Tory when she was interrupted by a man yelling, "Go home, Olivia, go back to China." You know, I mean, what a thing to say. He was Earl Cowan, according to columnist Christy Blatchford, speaking to Torcell, the self-described farmer, mocked Chow's less than Canadian accent. He's identified as a Ford Nation supporter, and he has not responded to the Huffington Post Canada's request for comment. After his crass outbursts, he refused to identify himself to the media at Tuesday's event before being whisked away by security. He responded to reporters' requests for his name by telling them, "Go stuff yourself."
Piece of shit.
That should be the new shirt line, maybe.
Go stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Go stuff yourself.
I saw
With a picture of Stephen Harper smiling.
there was a meme
Yeah.
that
I like that.
there was a
I like
meme that said, "Vote for Stephen Harper, you piece of shit."
Oh,
And it
yeah,
had his
yeah.
face on it.
I actually printed that off, and it's on my front door.
Oh, is it?
In case the conservative guys come knocking.
That's hilarious. Oh, man.
How to keep conservative canvassers away from your door. Put a picture of Earl up on your door.
Now, don't we have the video there in the document of Earl doing that?
I don't, but if you can go in and find it, you'll find it at CBC, I'm sure of it.
Where did?
Oh, is it in
the
there?
doc Yeah, the bottom video.
Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm sorry. It is. Earl Cowan Freak Out Uncensored.
Yeah, that's right.
I love it.
Part of
Uncensored.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
We should watch this one.
Yeah, let's watch. Let's watch Earl because, you know, we salute you, Earl Cowan.
What are you saying? He didn't lie about anything? Why would you say that?
Of course not. What is the... You guys in your fantasy scandals amount to zero. You're the one who didn't ever cheat on your tax return. Duffy made a bit of cheating on his tax return, and you're turning it into an issue.
What's your name, sir? Sorry, what's your... So wait a second. Why do you think that he has no right to ask about the deal? He believes that Mr. Harper knew. Why do you think Mr. Harper didn't know anything?
Because it isn't a deal. It's a nothing. Harper doesn't read income tax forms, you idiot. It's done by the people in the tax department.
But you don't believe that anybody else in that office knew about this deal
I
and
believe
kept
that
it
you
from...
cheat more on your taxes than Duffy ever did.
Why would you say I cheat on my
Because
taxes?
you're a lying piece of shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and you too.
Why would you
What?
say that...
You're making an issue out of Duffy? He's a nothing.
He's in the court
Harper
right
has
now.
produced
He's
good
in the-
government.
He's in the court right
It's
now.
nothing.
He's in
It's
but if
nothing.
But
It's
if he
zero.
knew, but,
Nothing.
So he's
Zero.
innocent? But if he knew, do you believe that any other people in the office knew about
I think
this?
you're a piece of lying shit, and your
name?
media with you.
What's your name?
Go stuff yourself.
You're back.
Oh, you're lying piece of shit. Go stuff yourself. What a guy. And then, but you know, we missed the good part too. He says, Harper has produced good government.
I know, what a joke.
Hey, look who it is, Mary Beth. Hey, Mary Beth. Nice to see you here. Welcome to the show. Come on in, pull up a stump, smoke some ganja. Try not to break anything. Watch out for the fine china over there, the crystal. We brought out the good stuff today. What was I going to mention? Oh, I know. Because we're on the topic of Harper and Earl. And I thought, so I might as well let you know, we've got the prices today. We're moving forward. And very, very soon, like within a week probably, or 10 days, you'll be able to order this fine piece of apparel like the one I'm wearing. Yeah.
So
That's right. Yeehaw!
yeah.
Ral Gash
Fuck
in the
Harper
chat
shirts coming to you.
mentioned it. People in the chat are liking the shirt.
Yeah, I liking that shit, eh? All right. Well, you
You
will.
can buy very soon.
Yeah, that's right.
Cannabis
You'll be
Culture
able to
Store.
order them online from the Cannabis Culture Store. We'll probably have a couple to give away on the show or prizes. And if you happen to be a close personal friend of mine, I could probably figure out, a way to get you one. Or if you're like happen to be my barista, Hey, Sarah, how are you? Welcome to the show.
And
Welcome to the show.
your shirt will be part of the new Cannabis Culture Store. We're about to launch a
That's
brand
right.
new
Yeah,
Cannabis
tell us
Culture
about
Store.
that, Jer.
It's going to be the marijuana mega store. It's going to be huge with a ton of different stuff in it. And it's a hell of a lot better than our old store, which was virtually unusable. So there's going to be a lot of...
Epic, guys. Check it out. Seriously.
You can take that right out of there.
It's going to be awesome. We'll be pumping it out there. And you'll be able to get heady glass as well as other things in it. So it's going to be a lot more than we had before.
Yeah,
Ship it out. So buy it from all over Canada, guys.
Yeah, local stuff, cool stuff, all different. Everything you need but the weed, baby. All right. There's my shameless plug.
So that's the store. It's happening. What did you call now that I've got my own Opus 420 clothing page?
Yes, there is.
Fashion by Opus.
It was the Opus 420 clothing, I called it. Just Opus 420 clothing, your collection page.
Opus
Yeah.
420 clothing.
But I mean,
collection.
you can change that to whatever you'd like, you know?
Oh yeah, no, whatever. I'll leave.
Yeah.
I got Are you kidding?
Gucci
More
Opus.
work?
Yeah.
Good God. That's why I'm wearing the dark glasses, man. I don't sleep anymore.
I was going to add, we were wondering why you were doing the sunglasses at night, shades deal.
It's not night. I'm under these bright
I
lights.
know, but, you know, the song.
Hey, Jody Emery, how are you? Hey, Jody. You just missed it. We're promoting your new store, the Superstore. We're getting that all up on there. Jody's
also-
over there. What? Which one? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
It's true because we have. It's true because we also have more physical stores opening. We have a store opening in Hamilton, so Yeah, that's happening.
I see.
But that one's not happening.
It's
for a
almost
year.
like life is. See what I mean by when you work too hard. Not only is Jody confused about what store it is, but last weekend, somebody thought they were mistaking Jody for me. That was the funniest one. When then somebody went and they looked at Jody and went, "Oh, I thought you were Opus." How the hell? Why would they think I'm Opus? Yeah.
There's a Jody cam. There's a Jody cam.
Hey, Jody, wave.
There. Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I got a 416. I better fill up a pipe load and get prepared. Okay, 4-minute warning. Everybody in the lounge hopefully is going to join us with 420 celebration. Smoke up. Smoking with your friends. Yeah. Yeah, one of our guests is actually showing up in the house today already. I think I'll wait till another one shows up. We'll have them on together. We can probably run through a news story before we... or I know. You know what? Let's... hey, throw up the election special coverage promo.
Okay.
Let's watch this. For a little reminder, coming up soon. That's it, man.
Got her. Bam.
Yeah, this is an important message. Pay attention. There'll be a test later. Right, October 19th. Carly Marley, Jeremiah Vandermeer, and myself will be staying on the air. We'll be coming back on the air after the show, our regular show on Monday the 19th of October, Election Day. And that's right, 8 o'clock, we'll be bringing you full election coverage as it happens. So we'll be following that and reporting on that, as well as having a bit of a party here in the lounge. And it still stands if you take a selfie of yourself, a selfie on election day. Hey, Tracy Curley's here, Weed Woman is here, Corey Burrier's here, Happy Cats are in the house. Woo! All right. Anyways, where I was at is if you do take a selfie of yourself in front of the polls on election day, show it to the staff here when you come on down to the lounge that night, and you get in for free. Yeah. So, and while you're at the polls, if you are so inclined, please go in and vote. And you want to know what's even better is go down and get a group of people, go down there and all take pictures, and then you all come down here for free, and you all get to vote. And like I say, on it goes. So let's see if we can have a better showing at the polls this year. Voter turnout, doing what we can to encourage you. Because I don't know what, because of the reason, I don't know.
Happy 420.
Just because you should. Whoa.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
We should have like a song queued up for 420 on the show. You know?
Yeah, we do.
Legalize it in the background or something.
Or, well, I think we'll have to pick out something, our own,
Yeah.
we'll pick out something with little
Yeah.
hits from the bong.
It's like the magic word on Pee-wee's Playhouse, and every time somebody says 420, we play the balloons and.
Yeah, we should have streamers streamers should go off, and yeah, that's it. We should have like clowns roll through, and
That would be really cool.
all right, Kitten Puff hitting the bong right here on the 420 Lifestyle Show. It's like a drinking game.
It's like chug, chug.
Toke. That's what they do on the, what is it, one of the shows at Vapor Central? Remember, they do a little, I think at Brian O'Gorman's show, Third Class Thursdays, where they, people take like hit from a bong, and then they got to do a little dance. And whoever does the best little dance, impromptu dance, wins the bong.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, well, you can watch that on Vapor Central's channel Thursday nights. I think it's Third Class Thursdays. I think that's when O'Gorman's on.
I used to turn drinking games into smoking games with my friends all the time.
Drinking game, like Caps, for instance.
Well, like one that we really liked was the Sociables or King's Cup, whatever you want to call it, where each card has a rule.
Oh, I see.
And you just like switched them a little bit so that they were all for smoking instead, things like that.
Yeah, take 2 drinks, take 2 tokes.
It took a
two bong
long
rips.
time to get through the game because we like keep stopping to like.
I was going to say, do you ever finish a game?
Yeah, no, we kept getting distracted. Like, forgetting
No,
what we were
don't
doing.
say. You don't say.
But it was a lot of fun.
Bye, Courtney Pie.
Bye, Courtney.
That's what rhymes. Bye, Courtney Pie. All right, well, what else is happening?
Here's a quick funny side note about Courtney Pie. When Courtney was a little girl, everybody called her Courtney Pie, and she actually thought that was her name. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell that story, but she really thought her name was Courtney Pie.
Well, that's okay, because it's right up there with a lot of 12 to 14-year-old American people think that our Prime Minister's name is Stephen Piece of Shit. They're right. That's what they've... where was I reading that... some percentage of Americans that think the Canadian flag is actually our flag because they see it so often. The one with the pot leaf on it.
I also
the red
read
pot leaf.
Opus.
About a test amongst youth, and I can't remember what percentage it was, but there's a large percentage of these American students that thought that Canada's government was a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was recently. That came out very recently.
I remember hearing about that. You probably have seen, I think it was like Stephen Colbert's like talking with Americans, and they're like, "Oh, you're not Prime Minister Tim Hortons double. Give him a congratulations," and they'd be like, "Oh, congrats!" It's like I've never laughed so hard.
There's one where
the Prime Minister
Rick
of Tim Hortons.
There's one where Rick Mercer goes to the U.S. and he's talking to people.
Yeah, he did that years ago.
And he talks to George Bush.
Oh.
I think it was George Bush, and he said, "Hey, it's President Poutine's birthday in Canada." And Bush was like, "Oh, I'd like to wish President Poutine a happy birthday." Yes, President Poutine. Yeah.
President Poutine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Minister Tim Hortons.
Congratulate him on his double.
That's great.
Minister of Tim Hortons. Minister of Road Hockey.
Yeah.
I thought Tim Horton was the vice president.
Yeah. Oh my God. Boy, that was a good 420.
Well, actually, there's something interesting that we do have there about American
Do
politics.
we have something good? I don't know. I can't remember. I have no idea.
About an interesting third-party candidate.
Oh yeah, that's true. We do actually. Yeah. Speaking of Americans. Where is it? There.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah. You've probably heard of this guy, maybe. D's Nuts. He's the teen presidential candidate, punking America, from Rolling Stone magazine. That's a quote. From The Guardian, "I am a 15-year-old who filled out a form, had the campaign catch on fire, and I'm now putting up the best third-party numbers since Ross Perot." D's Nuts.
President D's Nuts.
President D's Nuts.
His email address is like dsnutsforpresident2016@gmail.com or something like that.
This is incredible. I mean, it's all I can have to think is that through the internet and the awakening of society, that this is becoming the norm now. Like, it's not even that we're disengaged from politics, we're getting back into it, but we're showing it to be the farce that it really is.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's trying to do. That is exactly what he's trying to do.
Well, I mean, but this isn't a new idea. Like, we've had the Rhino Party in Canada, or we used to have the Rhino Party, like, back in the...
Didn't somebody run a plant for some sort of government, and it was like a...
But I'm trying to go... I'm going to
plant.
move up to federal before I even get it, because, there's been, in Victoria, they had a guy dressed up. He was Mr. Pooh. And he's ran for mayor numerous times, Mr. Pooh. And his whole platform is waste disposal, sewage treatment, because Victoria doesn't have sewage treatment plant. So he's always ran on that platform and he dresses up in a big shit costume and with a sailor hat, with a little sailor hat and a tie, and he's like a big turd.
That's classic.
Like you didn't know about that one? I can't believe you didn't know about Mr. Pooh.
No.
Oh yeah. So there was like...
it's kind of a good idea, though, because, I mean, it doesn't expect to win, but now people have to talk about it.
Yeah. You look like Mr. Hanky from South Park. There's like a Mr. Hanky.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think.
Exactly was like Mr.
Don't
Hanky.
forget to vote.
Except with a cool sailor hat on. It was hilarious. And a much happier, smiley face, too. Like, it was funny. But, yeah, I mean, the Rhino Party, their campaign platform at one point was... during the 70s, I think it was, late 70s or early 80s, when there was like mass unemployment numbers. They said, well, we have a work project. If we're elected, we're going to put everyone to work tearing down the Rocky Mountains, and we'll fill in the Great Lakes. Truck it all back. Total nonsense. But it's like you go, yes, but that would put everyone to work.
That's a really funny idea, though. Tear down the Rocky Mountains and fill the Great Lakes.
The Rhino Party was ridiculous. And that was the whole concept, was to show But back then, they all got sloughed off because everyone was still too serious about politics. Nobody's serious about politics anymore. Politics has become a joke. It's satire, political cartoons are
Donald Trump.
How can you take an election seriously when it has Donald Trump running in it? Hey, with him saying the ridiculous things he says, like there's just endless clips of him just putting his foot in his mouth again and again, and somehow people like it. Like it is totally farcical. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because it really, government should have a place, but what government does, most of what government does, they shouldn't be doing. And the things they should be doing, they ignore.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's all theater.
They need to be fixing roads and looking after infrastructure, but instead they're too busy trying to regulate and nanny state the people. And then letting everything else fall apart. We're always complaining about, wow, there's not enough this, there's no transit, this. Oh, well, we're going to have a vote or plebiscite and see what we can do down the road. And no, but they sure can come up with rules fast and furious about what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
See? Which makes you wonder, well, you've lost the role, the government's lost its way.
Yeah. I'd say.
So.
Has it ever had its way?
Well, no.
Maybe right at the time of the American Revolution.
Yeah. It's all corrupt because they sell you an idea of government and then deliver something entirely different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always been that way. Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, that is the whole gig. So what we're going to do. So D's nuts. Okay. The bizarre fringe candidates running for president. The candidate's platform: for balanced budgets, he's against illegal immigration, for gay marriage, against all oil subsidies. Seems a little thin. Well, cute kids, some slack, America. It turns out these nuts, who says his real name is Brady Olson, is about to enter his sophomore year in high school and has a full 2 decades to prepare for a legal run for president of the United States.
He's too young.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. He's filed, but it's a 15-year-old son. What does it say? Mark C. Olson, who is listed on the address of D's Nuts' filing said via Twitter that D's nuts is my 15-year-old son.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Glasses are.
Yeah,
So,
but,
but
he's
the reference.
Yeah, he's taking away votes from Trump, though. That's like part of what it is. He wants people to vote for him instead of Trump, and now he's polling at 9%. So it is drawing attention to the fact that it is kind of a ridiculous election this round for the.
I thought Snoop Dogg was running when I heard it was D's nuts.
Well, the North Carolina poll numbers I got here have Clinton, Hillary at 38%, Trump at 40%, and D's nuts at 9%. That's a lot. Like if it was 2%, we wouldn't talk about it. 9%, that's why he's in the news.
How did he get so popular? Is it just that he's on the ticket and people see D's nuts and they're like, oh yeah, baby?
Exactly. That's what, like, they're looking at stuff and they go, whoa, what? Oh yeah. That's, yeah.
If I saw that on the ticket, I would have to vote for it.
They've probably turned around and go, man, let's Google that. Oh yeah, I'm voting for that one. And it's like people are probably looking at it and going, you know, I can't think of a better way to tell Donald Trump to go fuck himself. Yeah. I'm going to vote for D's. Yeah, because it's not a matter they like D's nuts. They just don't like Trump. That's, they don't like, it's the alternative is like,
It's voting for my nuts.
Oh. It's just fine. And it's not just, it's D's nuts, independent. Okay. I was like, what? One? Okay, never mind. I just realized that's independent.
Hi, resin girl in the chat.
Anyways, it's pretty funny. I'd like to be able to vote for D's.
Vote for D's. Yeah.
Vote for D's.
Vote for
He's a smart kid, though. Apparently, he's like taking college courses while he's in high school and stuff like that. Like he is trying to make a point, so that's kind of cool. There's like something like 400 independent people that run every year, something like that, in the States. So he's not the only one, but for some reason,
none of them are ever popular.
Everyone loves
though.
these nuts.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's just timing is everything, and having the right word, like the right name, or
maybe Trump will make him the vice president.
Running mates.
President nuts.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Your advice.
VPDs. Vice President D's.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to go by his first name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, eh? That'd be funny.
It'd be so schmarmy, like President Trump with these nuts, like it's just,
Trump D's.
You just imagine like there's a poster. It's like a movie.
Man, they would blow the charts.
I tell you,
they'd be more popular than fried paint.
You can't even make this shit up.
Yeah.
Really.
Exactly.
This is golden. This is just golden stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's no wonder they don't make any good movies anymore.
Everyone's just watching this bullshit.
So need to.
Reality TV,
And
baby. Reality TV.
We're all too busy laughing at the bloody news. Oh, look, another election. Oh, this will be good.
Yeah.
Like fucking, I can't even believe Trump's in the lead. Like he's the slimiest, smarmiest guy, and like, come on, America, come on.
He's only in the lead because he's the guy with the most money, and so he's getting his info out.
I get, yeah, he's
but
just,
it'll catch up, and then people will not vote for that slime ball.
But he's popular because he has a TV show that's really popular too.
Yeah,
they know his name. Is that all it takes?
That's why Ronald Reagan was popular, because he was known from television.
Right there.
He was an actor. And Trump, while he's no actor, he's still been on television. Well, now there's a new reality TV, so now everybody's a star. Right.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan was GM's spokesperson as well for many years.
He was a spokesperson mostly.
Yeah,
that was a big
all the
part
time.
of his. Before he did movies, he did commercials. Yeah, and that was when TV. They would you'd be talking on the show, and then he'd walk over 10 feet.
Yeah.
And do a commercial.
Yeah.
and there'd be a different set behind. He'd be standing in front of something else.
Yeah,
Oops. And
Yeah. Philip Morris Tobacco.
or a
healthy
Westinghouse,
smoke.
he'd go over and lean up against the fridge, or get a drink out of a fridge and talk about Westinghouse refrigerators or something. Yeah.
We should go back to that kind of advertising. We should do it on the show.
Well, I think we should.
Yeah, we totally should. Walk over to like a sublimator and
Refrigerators.
yeah. Have a sublimator in a different room, like sitting on a desk.
Yeah. Well, you know
with
what?
the, like sublimator logo in the background.
Oh, totally.
You know,
I'm
get
down.
your
That sounds
delicious
great.
sublimator puffs.
Speaking. Oh, by the way, you know what I'm picking up very quickly is a slide for the tripod. A
For the
slider.
what?
I'm getting a slider with wheels that on the track on the floor too.
Oh.
Yeah, for cameras.
Cool.
Yeah. With movable wheels, so you can actually turn the wheels like this, like lock, and then put it on the floor, go like this, and it'll make like a circle go around you.
Nice.
I was like looking at one, and like, oh yeah, I'll pick
They're
that up.
really nice.
I'm getting that right quick.
Yeah.
It's hot.
That's some next level video shit.
And the slide. It's also got the string thing, pulleys. So we'll be able to set up some nice shots.
That'll do it.
Coming, man. Coming. Boy, I'm leaving.
use
I'm
it in
getting
the
the hell
studio.
away from the show. Are we doing a show? Yakking away.
we're like totally, yeah.
You could produce Earl Cowan's new show.
What? Pardon?
You could produce Earl's new show.
Earl.
Yeah.
Earl's
It's
got a
called
new show.
Piece of Shit Politics.
You're all a piece of shit with Earl
Yeah.
Cowan.
They should give him a serious radio show, or he should replace Evan Solomon on CBC.
We could get him to replace. What's that other guy's show that got canceled? The guy who had all the allegations on him there.
Gian Gameshi.
Gameshi show. What was his show?
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah,
He'd be good at that one.
There's a
actually. He
show-
could replace him in real life too, probably. Yeah. Looks like an abusive. I don't-
replace him in real life. Ah. Oh God.
Sorry.
Do. Hey, in another classy move. Speaking of Earl Cowan, in another class move, the Canadian government, that's Stephen Harper's government, that's right, attempt to stifle public servants' social media use ahead of the election. I don't know if you heard about that. This was in the International Business Times. Yeah, I know. I read the International Business Times. but
Get a copy every morning, delivered to the door.
it's on my computer, man. But Canadian union leaders have accused the government of trying to stifle public servants' use of social media for political purposes ahead of the federal election campaign. This report's released said that Canada's gearing up, as Canada gears up for the federal election cycle that is set to pit the Conservatives and the Conservative Party of Prime Minister Stephen Harper. I like the way they worded that. I want to word that out.
Harper
right.
wants to be the Twitter master.
Yeah, and against the opposition parties, polls indicate that Conservatives are lagging behind the opposition. Several memos released by the government, such as one recently sent to Justice Department employees, have a chilling effect on their use of social media, union activists warned. The memo, sent on behalf of Bruno Thoralt, Director General of Justice Canada's Workplace Branch, was heavy-handed and intimidating.
Oh. I'm so surprised.
And effectively called on public servants to avoid using social media altogether. During the election cycle, an Ottawa Citizen reported. The memo urges public sector unions to remember their duty of loyalty and stresses that you are a public servant 24/7.
Wow.
Is this policy or is this new? Something
Public
new? I
service-
never heard this
so
shit
this
before.
includes the mailman and the guy who works down at the traffic office. And
Well, this particular one was from Justice Department, so the Federal Department of Justice.
but when they say a public servant, they're talking about all public servants in Canada.
Any federal public servant, I guess.
Well, that's the guy at
But
the
the
Access
post
Center.
office guys, they're contractors, so they're not actually directly employed by the federal government. They're employed by Canada Post.
They can tweet all they want.
That's right. We're talking government employees. Like if you work for Justice or if you work at Parks and Canada or
Park
so
ranger.
if you were a Parks Canada forest ranger in a national park, they
Which
don't
I
want
am.
you tweeting.
In my spare time.
Right? They don't want you tweeting about, well, the lack of the funding cuts that has happened in your department over the last 10 years under the Harper government. They don't want you talking about that shit.
They don't want
because you know what you're talking about because you work
Yogi
there.
Bear and picnic baskets.
So that's what's going on with those guys. God, it's gotten loud as hell in here.
It's a crazy thing that these conservatives go after everybody who is speaking any kind of information. They went after scientists that work for the government. They're going after.
I can't even hear you. I'm losing it, guys. Can you guys keep it down here a little bit? Just a tiny bit? Thank you. It's getting hard to
give the crowd a microphone.
Trying to talk over. It's because it gets to be a challenge.
Yes. We need you in the booth soon.
I know. We're going to have the booth. The studio is in the process of being built. It sure is.
Yes.
That's right. We're going to have a new studio soon.
These conservatives, though, they just want everybody to shut up. They don't want any information to get out from anybody who works for the government, whether it's scientists or whether it's the local whoever, the milkman.
Well, it's funny because,
they're still public, aren't they?
I mean, the conservatives campaigned on, what was it, transparency and credibility? Credibility? There's been anything but.
Yeah, right.
There's been no never mind the credibility part. Let's just put that aside for 1 minute. And let's just talk about transparency. I mean, these guys
they're allergic
taken
to it.
Anybody who even questions anything they've done, they take them to court.
They
and usually lose
every time.
Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
No,
Harper constantly changes whose side he's on.
Yeah. And it doesn't. It's actually crazy about the scientists that they muzzle because they really do, actually put people in danger with the type of information that they're hiding away from people. It's not just political stuff. They're not just playing politics. They're actually hiding real information that's vital to Canadians and the scientific community. That's being muzzled.
Well, and it's so funny because here they turn around and they basically took, 8,000 rivers and lakes off the protected list, and it was down to, 18 in a matter of one pen stroke.
I know.
So, and now, just last week, Harper has the gall, first of all, to appear in a photograph with scouts, Boy Scouts, or Scouts, Boys and Girl Scouts, and on top, which were blasted by the organization. Scouts Canada was all over that, reminding Scouts they're a nonpartisan group and they're not allowed to pose in any photos that could be used as political photo ops, which clearly is what Harper turned around and did. Yeah. He should know better. Only to announce he's offering up some money for protection of lakes and streams that he just finished removing from the list. They got all kinds of flack for.
Yeah.
There wasn't a huge public outcry, and it was all over the news and the media, we're losing all our protection waters. And
yeah, no, it's crazy that.
And to turn around and now it sounded like a good thing, we're going to use your money to put back what was already in place that I destroyed, and now to try to buy votes.
Well, that's what this government does. They do the opposite of what's true, say the opposite of what's true, and just hope that everybody doesn't realize. And in a lot of times, it seems like people don't really realize. Hopefully, this election they will realize.
Oh, it's not a matter of that. I just hope that people will be moved enough to get out and vote. That's what it really boils down to. And I just hope, though, that the new voting rules aren't going to be extremely instrumental in the outcome by people not being able to cast ballots. You might read the next few days after the election of, thousands of people calling in saying, I couldn't vote because my ID wasn't in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to have a lot to do with a lot of things, I'm afraid, unfortunately. That's going to be a huge... People who might go out and vote will be turned away at polls, and that's going to be, I think, going to come into a huge factor. I mean, that was counted on when they made the change. They're hoping this.
Mick, remember we were discussing whether or not you can bring a piece of mail and use that?
Yes, you cannot.
You can.
You can?
Yeah, apparently you can. That's what everybody was saying.
You can use are you sure?
Well,
because they're not allowing you to use your voter card that comes in the mail. So I don't know why they'd allow you to use any other piece of mail.
Really?
Yes.
I thought
No, it says
just had
it's
a huge
very
discussion
clear.
about it, and everybody came to the conclusion
I've been reading the regs closely, and if you read the regulation, what it says, because I actually went to Elections Canada, or there was a meme floating around that Elections Canada put up on Twitter that had what you need to vote under the new rules.
Yeah.
And it does not mention, and all it mentions is your voter registration card is not acceptable ID. You need to have 2 pieces of ID, one with your current address that matches what's on the voters list.
Okay.
That's what I'm
looking it up right
understanding,
now.
and I think, which makes sense. This is why they changed it to do that. You can't use mail anymore. That's the problem.
Wow.
So, but you can find someone else on the voters list who has the right ID with their proper address match, who can come and vouch for one person only. So if you have a friend next door, whatever, like, well, yeah, mine works, go with them to vote. They can vouch for you, and you can both vote.
Yeah.
But that's how it has to be done. I've already arranged for to go with Rebecca from the Seed Bank. Yeah, because I need someone to do that for me. So I've already lined it up. I'm voting with you on election day. We're going together. So let me know what time, where I'll be there. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I was this after going through all kinds of hassle to get my. Oh, I need to change to vote in this riding.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And it's only because I have 3 addresses across Canada. Right. Well, no, I use my address on my island for my driver's license. I have an address here, and I have an address in Toronto that I use because I'm there half a year or spend so much time traveling, which works good because then I use Ontario Medical. It's free.
Nice.
That's why I do this. Yes. Opus, Port Alberta, Vancouver, Toronto. It's I feel like a designer label. In the low end, in the Value Village, on the Value Village rack. The VV Boutique, find the fine line of Opus wear. Soon to be at the VV Boutique. No, actually, soon to be on Cannabis Culture website, Superstore, Megastore. So watch right there. What I want to pull up, I'm going to pull up a quick video because I want to go get a drink, and so we'll take a short break. It's about a 5-minute vid. It's my golf hero. I know everybody likes Tiger Woods, but I'm a Phil Mickelson fan, huge Phil Mickelson fan, because he's a lefty, so am I. And but this guy, Phil, is you guys probably don't know this. You're all not golfers, but Phil's nickname is Phil the Thrill. Did you know? You didn't know that, eh?
No, I didn't.
Phil Mickelson. He's Phil the Thrill. This guy actually does a backwards flop shot. He will hit a shot and it'll go that way. Literally, it's like a hook golf shot if you were like in basketball, but it's hilarious. But this guy, anyways,
trickster.
Top 10 Phil Mickelson shots on the PGA Tour. And so watch this while we take a short break. For station identification, you're watching PotTV.TV.
There's an ad we have to subvert here. I'm turning the volume down for the crowd at home.
First
It's
station
about 15
identification.
seconds.
You're watching Pot TV on the Pot TV network.
Yes. It's a Jack Daniels ad. Wow. Whiskey ad. Here, we can show it to him at home there. Look at that one. Woo. Yeah.
There's a big tuft of grass just on the other side, so you may try and hit this a little more toward the toe of the club than usual. Oh, is it in? Yes, it is! Very impressive. It's as animated as we've seen him in a long time.
Looking like a winter wonderland on the green carpets and fairways of Greyhawk Golf Club. Well, look at this scene at 18. This is Mark O'Meara and Phil Mickelson trying to get in their round. They're going to putt through this stuff. Mickelson, this is for birdie, folks.
He's chipping.
He is chipping.
Oh, my goodness! You gotta be kidding me!
So he takes out the wedge and chips in for 3 through the hail at 18.
Most explosive golfer here this week. Phil Mickelson, second shot. Went out on the front side yesterday and shot 29, and it could have been lower with shots like this. How about that? Mickelson with an eagle here on the par 4-7.
catch a jumper here, and you could easily if you get a little grass between the club face. Looks to be pretty clean from our camera shot.
It's possibly the biggest shot of his career right here.
Certainly a good swing.
Slightly left of the hole. Good looking.
Whoa! That putt to win the golf tournament. The 20-year-old amateur, Phil Mickelson.
It's in the hole all the way. Not even a question about it.
The 20-year-old out of Arizona State, Phil Mickelson, the first amateur in 5 years to win a professional tournament.
Phil, after 78 yesterday, he's fought his way back today. He's 3 under on today's round.
Look at this little bounce here. How about a one? How about a one? That's a great feeling.
He still has to think he has to make 4 to win. Here it comes. The guys might go in. Look at this.
As good as it gets.
Mickelson, a par does it. It's that simple.
Only fitting. Only fitting.
He has a window. He's got a gap. 177, John.
Feel the thrill. Here we go. Better not hit a bad one. I think he might have pulled it off.
Didn't touch a thing. Because it's not cutting, though. It's at the very right side of the green. How about that?
What a shot.
I didn't want to tell you about the gap I had. You know, I didn't want to tell you.
Another chapter in Mickelson's daring life of golf.
Got 145 yards, but I can't imagine at this point Phil playing back.
It's gone with probably 64 or 60 degree, try to hoist it over.
Thought I heard a little leaf touch.
Oh my goodness. Incredible.
Can you believe this?
He's got it 8 feet. Pete Costas, where were you? Couldn't you see that gap?
There was no gap there. He created that gap. Wow, what a shot.
9 feet 1 inch.
Finish. Mickelson, the champion.
Hey, so that was my man Phil the Thrill, and who was it in the chat? What's
Oh, there was a few people who thought golf was boring.
Well, that's because you never played golf. That's okay. I like golf. And pretty soon the golf season will be over again for another year. Hey, so, oh my God, look at this. Girls on the couch again. Welcome back, Tracy Curley and Sarah Sunday. How are you going?
Yeah, we were like, which camera are we supposed to be
that
looking
one right
at?
over
this
there.
One. All right, hi.
I assume it's a widescreen lens, widescreen.
You going to pass in a mic?
I'm going to, yeah, here.
Oh, we're getting, see, it was a good question
All
because
right.
apparently we're getting camera adjustments.
Okay. I didn't actually need to be in the frame.
Well, that's okay.
I'm
And
okay
we're
to be
gonna.
outside.
Those
No,
guys
no,
are
I'm
doing
good
their
to be
production
outside.
work.
Nobody needs to see.
So you guys were out on the weekend, out boating.
Yes.
You're here from Toronto. You're
Yes.
going back tonight, eh?
Yes.
So back to Toronto, eh?
Both back.
Leaving us here at the West Coast?
Yes, we're going home. But we will be back soon enough.
Soon enough.
We're both coming back for a visit.
Yes, for the Harvest Moon.
The Harvest Moon Cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
I research all competitors. Well,
What's
all
that?
peers in the industry. I research all industry peers, and I do a cup. That's a cup.
I
You
know.
get it?
That's another thing
You
we're
get it.
going to mention about your the Karma Cup. What's that? The 16th, 17th, 18th, something like that?
Yeah, that's when the actual party is, but we start judging October 2nd. That's when the VIP kits go out to the judges. Yeah.
Nice.
So 2 weeks of judging.
Well,
Online.
That's a good way to do it. I like that. Not too many. I don't think anyone else does that I know of.
Well, there are a few
the High
that
Times does.
that are looking to replicate that model. From what I've been hearing over the last few months, that there's a few of the others in the industry that have now.
Well, it certainly
more
clients or anything. So
it sounds more like you'll get a better feedback of what exactly strengths and things are. People have a chance not to try to smoke. What was it on the cup that was on the 420 Eve that we were at? I had to go through 20 dabs on the ballot in one night.
Yep.
And judge them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Intense.
Yeah, slightly.
Intense. And I mean, I was at Sarah's Cup last year, and the most, it wasn't, everybody was having a great time, and it was so funny. Like, I've been to so many of these events where they complain about the food, they complain about this, they complain about that. The biggest complaint was there's not enough time to smoke all this weed and eat all this pot food.
Yes.
Like, that was the biggest complaint about the event. So if you haven't gotten your tickets already, just saying.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fun.
No, I was certainly impressed. I there are lots of people that are looking to come to it, and I think they should definitely check it out. I think the competition will be stiff this year. I'm going again.
Excellent.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I do try
Good
to
luck.
deliver quality and value. So, quality and value. I try to deliver value.
Value.
Yes.
Well, it sounded like that was what happened from last year. The feedback that I saw on the internet and things people talking about was people were pleased.
Yeah.
They had a good time. They got definitely nobody was thinking they got shorted.
No, everybody was super happy. They got a lot of the swag bag was rich in goodies. The sample
I
bags
saw
were-
you showing off. I don't know if it was you, but I saw Matt Murnaugh on his show. I think pulling out all the boxes and going through what was in them all. So I actually caught that show online, and I was like, that looked pretty good to me.
It was awesome. It was really awesome. That was one of the best parts, actually, was seeing all the social media pictures and stuff of people of the hall of stuff,
And just also surprised to see it all when they opened up their bags.
There was 79, so there were 79 entries.
Well, maybe next year I'll get down to that.
Yeah.
Show up for that one.
You're definitely welcome to come.
Well, thank you. Yeah, moving this year.
Yeah,
I
know.
I got too much going on.
It's a killer.
We got to visit some beautiful Maple Ridge, and got to go check out Alouette Lake, which is beautiful.
Yeah, I saw you were on a boat.
Yes, we were. Remo ran out of weed by the time before we
that
got
was
off
great.
the boat.
Whoa.
Yes.
Now you heard it here first on the 420 Lifestyle Show. Remo ran out of weed.
We
You smoked Remo.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we actually had to take weed out and make sure that we had weed to get home.
Oops. Well, that's unusual. I was there earlier this summer with Remo, but not on a boat, on quads.
Yes.
Oh, that's the best.
Very nice.
I've done that, and that was fun.
We went quadding in
He's
Alouette
really
Lake.
crazy. I held on to him, and he does some crazy shit.
And I've already
he
explained
is
that
crazy.
when we come back in October, I want to go. Because I told him, I said, it's going to be muddy by the time I come back in October, right? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, we got to go. Because I'm all
very
in.
muddy.
Well, I think I
I'm
will.
I threw my socks away.
I think
no
I'll be
point.
joining you on a dirt bike.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll be
yeah.
coming. I definitely
Hey.
come back. We're supposed to go dirt biking.
Hey, I am the first patched member of the 710 Riders.
I know
Many
this.
people forget that.
No, I'm not
but
forgetting. I was just going to mention.
Really?
I was just going to mention
When was that? When did this patch? When was that achieved?
Jamaica last year.
The 710
I'm
Riders
sure
Club.
My riding predates last year.
Yeah, but we did. But we did. But we did. The
started the
club didn't
motorcycle
have a
club?
name.
Oh.
So the 710 Riders were established in Negril, Jamaica. I'm the first passionate member, just known as Toes.
Toes.
How about 9 toes?
Well, that's
but that's a bigger patch. So it's like we don't have a lot of budget right now. We're a new club, like Toes.
Her name is Nine Toes, but we just call her Toes.
Toes.
Tracy
Nine Toes to be
affectionately
specific.
known as Toes. Or T.
Oh,
So-
Tracy.
I know.
You're such a card.
I know.
AT.
But so yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back in a couple weeks, getting muddy, smoking big fat joints with Remo again.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time, for sure. Absolutely. What was I going to say? Something about Jamaica, and I forgot. You jogged my memory. I'm all over the place today.
Jamaica and the grill.
I don't know.
Big fat joints.
I'm high and definitely sleep deprived, so that's not a problem. And that's exactly why I've got the shades.
I'm like,
glasses on.
yeah. See, I had mine on because I did a photo shoot early this morning. I'm not sure whether or not I got all of the blue glitter makeup off my eyes. So I was like, just kind of, I'm glittery. Well, and Jeremiah, just so that everyone knows, because there is actually a rule. So if anything, if I should, when I go, if there's ever a tragic accident, but when I go, the funeral instructions, everyone, glitter cannon. There must be a glitter cannon at my funeral, because 6 months after I die, I want you guys just to catch a glimmer of something, go, oh, fuck, Tracy.
Is that your standard?
That's I don't
said this a lot, have you?
Yeah, no, I don't care about anything else about my final services as long as there's a glitter cannon.
Yes. No doubt.
Thank you. My parents know it's just it's been set up. Perfect. Yay. Just throw it at random prohibitionists everywhere you go.
I have to. Can you imagine if somebody had just thrown glitter at Earl Cowan?
Did you know you can mail glitter to your enemies?
The guy ran out. He can't get enough glitter apparently.
Yeah, apparently he went out of business because it was just getting glitter bombing people got too popular.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Couldn't keep up.
No way.
Yeah, apparently. But that's sometimes I have read where it's actually you should just carry some little vial of glitter in your pocket, and when someone says something really stupid, you pull it out and just go poof over their head and say, "You have now been anointed." Just and then any people you'll see walk around looking like Earl Cowan that are wearing glitter, you'll know are complete fools. And you'll be able to know ahead of time. It's like the little warning flags.
We need
in
to
the
warn
dog
everybody
shit,
if they're wearing glitter.
That's right. We can't tattoo them, but.
And I mean, it's not like tar and feathering. I mean, it's glitter.
Yeah.
That's a 21st century version of tar and feather, right? It's glitter.
Sparkly.
It kind of is when you think about it, right?
It really is.
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
hard to get off. People know, what are you... Excuse me, why are you wearing glitter?
What nightclub, what gay bar, what pride parade were you at last night?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some glitter to the next cannabis protest.
Yeah,
talking to Mike.
I'm gonna bring glitter to the next cannabis protest. Then if I end up in a doggy pile with the cops again, I can just.
Man,
that would make some.
How do you feel about
that? Would
arresting
be
me now?
Megan would get some fantastic photos of that. I bet.
That
would be like.
That would be fun.
I was at a party on the weekend, and I wanted to go get one at the dollar store. Had one of these. It's like a cardboard tube about this long and about this big around, and it was where you turn it and it shoots out confetti and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Load those things up. Make one of those and load them up with get the confetti and stuff, but have a whack of glitter in them.
Exactly.
And you just start, when the cops come in, next time the cops come near you,
That
just
is
start
known-
shooting them off.
That
and
is
say,
known,
hey,
Opus.
we're partying over here.
That is known as a confetti bomb.
Yes.
So, yes, what you want is a glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
Yes.
Yes.
Glitter bomb.
Well, I want to actually...
Glitter cannon.
I want them both. Mixed.
Oh, no.
The glitter confetti bomb.
Glitter confetti bomb.
Cannon.
Cannon.
The glitter cannon. That's what we need. A glitter cannon.
So have you talked
to fire off in the lounge?
Marijuana leaves.
Here.
Have you talked about your fabulous shirt yet?
Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna have these. We mentioned that as we started the show.
I'm sorry, I missed. I was a little late coming
No,
in. I made it by
yeah.
4:20.
You did.
Just
You
what
were here.
counts.
You were here like at
Just what
4:19.
I was here. Yeah, perfect timing.
Very well done.
Yep.
What else was I going to mention? Your show. Oh, by the way, I was still unable to grab that off the thing properly. With
I
that,
will
with that
send
program.
it to you. I will send it to
me.
you when I get home in the wee hours of the morning.
Send it. Well, whenever. That's okay. I've got it in my thing. We've got a
Whatever.
file set up. I'm
I
ready
figured
to
they
edit.
don't care.
We're ready to edit. It's
I
all
figure
good.
they don't care.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to make it. I just wanted consistency.
I was shooting Weed Woman photographs this morning with Mary Beth.
Mary Beth and
yep.
Ms. Moon.
Ms. Moon, yep. So we shot some Weed Woman photos this morning. So you should check out weedwoman.com. The website is growing.
Weedwoman.com, yes. It is, actually. I saw, we have a new person working on our
There's a
webpage
new person
there.
working
So
on it.
it's
He's
looking
doing a great job.
fantastic. It's looking really good right now.
And hoping to add content. And, and the Weed Women will be at the Karma Cup, which you should check out.
Oh, yes.
KarmaCup.com.
Very exciting.
Weed Woman's going to be at Karma Cup?
All three of us will be at the Karma Cup this year.
Very exciting.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you going to do some kind of like appearance or what's
I know,
the agenda for Weed Woman at the Karma
I
Cup?
know one of the agendas is to get really, really high.
Well, that's a given.
And actually, it's one of the reasons that we're actually doing it is so I can meet Adela Falk, who runs POW 420.
Yes,
So we'll be doing some meeting and stuff while we're there, but also running around like crazy superheroes and being silly and talking about weed and taking photos. So because why not?
Because October and
Halloween and Weed Women. Yep.
Yeah,
it's
very
so
appropriate actually for
yeah.
the time of year.
There you go. Absolutely. It's that time of year.
Yes.
In middle October.
Someday there'll be appearance fees and everything, Sarah. But at this point, we love you.
Oh, I won't be paying you. You'll be paying me. That's the way it'll go.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how that turns out.
I think not.
Okay, Jeremiah.
That was like now it's a challenge.
So did you hear the good news?
What's the good news?
Good news. Jill's Goubord is no longer the Conservative candidate after internet comments surfaced about blog posts he published that he made in various Journal de Montreal newspaper articles. It didn't mention what any of those comments were. I couldn't find out. But he was an active member of the Parti Québécois from the mid-1960s to the 1970s before running for the Conservatives. Some random political blog is taking credit for getting Goubord fired after it published a selection of comments he made in various Journal de Montreal newspaper articles considered by some to be sexist and racist.
Speaking of which, did you guys talk about the women's issues debate that Stephen Harper and Thomas Mulcair are refusing to attend?
No, we did have an article talking about the differences in, there we go. Yeah. There. I'm not sure if it's as recent as what you're talking about.
Well, no, this is the one, 11 Ways Conservatives Have Failed Canadian Women.
Well,
we're going to talk about this one when we get to another article.
But
go ahead. Let's talk about the one you want to
There was an article this morning about how there's a group that represents 150 different women's groups that wants to host a debate with all the parties on women's issues.
Yeah.
And Mulcair is refusing to attend if Harper doesn't attend, and obviously Harper isn't attending because he doesn't want to talk about the many, many missing Indigenous women and how women's issues are not a conservative
Harper
platform.
up to all kinds of...
So now Mulcair is also refusing to attend. So here's what I'm gonna say. Right now, I was bouncing. Between am I gonna go orange? Am I gonna go red? Bill C-51, kind of had me wavering. But all right, so if you're paying attention to where my vote's going, it's going red because at least I have, Trudeau will talk abortion, he will talk women's issues, he will talk about these things. If Mulcair is not willing to talk to me as a medical marijuana patient, talk about legalization, and he doesn't want to talk to me about women's issues, then we don't have a conversation to have about my vote either.
Yeah, I
Plain
couldn't
and
agree
simple.
more. I could not agree more.
Did you see the political?
Oh, that was a ginger snap. Did you notice?
Yeah, I did. Thank you for that. Yeah. Got a ginger snap. All right on. Missing those.
One last one.
Did you see the political cartoon? It was basically the Wizard of Oz group. The Cowardly Lion and all that. And it was Stephen Harper was the Tin Man saying, "If I only had a heart." And the Scarecrow was Trudeau saying, "What was it?
If I only had a brain."
If I only had a brain. And then the Cowardly Lion was Mulcair saying, "If I only had a smile."
And then Elizabeth May was
Dorothy.
"If I only had a chance."
If I only had a chance. It was a good cartoon. It was very, very accurate. But the best part was the Cowardly Lion had like the beard, and he was like,
Yeah, Mulcair for sure.
He had the same face on that Ernie Cowan had on.
Oh God.
Oh Christ. Yeah. Well, I know. I'm not sure where my vote's going, but again, I'm in the this East Vancouver riding, that the Liberals booted Jody Emery out of running for candidacy in this riding. Yes, you, Jody. I'm talking to you.
Well,
over there on the couch,
I'm not just looking at my neighborhood. I'm looking at my country, right? So I want to look at where I vote, not just taking care of my neighborhood, but also my country.
Well, I'm basically wanting to make sure that obviously strategic voting, and we've talked about this before. Of course, what I was getting at was this riding is no way ever going to be conservative. I don't even think they're running a candidate in this riding. This is held by Livy Davis for forever. Mm-hmm. So now Jenny Kwan is the NDP candidate here, who is an ex-city councillor, has some experience here running in the city of Vancouver, against a new Liberal candidate. And I think it's going to be between the two. I can't remember his name. He's an Asian gentleman. His wife and daughter knocked on my door. I engaged them in conversation. I was impressed that both his wife and daughter were extremely knowledgeable about issues and more than willing to talk. And of course, I identified myself from being Pot TV, Cannabis Culture, friend of Jody's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right off. And they were like, "Oh," and I went, "No." So we had about a 15-20 minute discussion. I was impressed, but I'm like, I'll be more impressed if I had that same discussion with her husband, who's the actual candidate.
Well,
so we'll have to see where I'm going to throw my vote. Jenny Kwan, I've spoken to many times, and I'm not impressed with her at all.
Well, then there shouldn't be any question where your vote goes, should there?
Well,
because if you're looking at the national, your country, then the Liberals are saying legalization and have no...
It's probably... I'm still not sure, but I mean, it's like I say, that's going to be the toss-up here. Like I say, I don't even think I have an option, so I don't have to worry about... I got to make sure the Conservative won't get in. So I don't have, like you say, I don't have to worry about that. But in other ridings, that won't be so simple.
I kind of worry about that in other ridings. It's I like that guy more than I like that guy, and they don't look at the party. And that's sometimes a problem, too, is because it's I like Bill down the road. He owns that bakery, whatever else. He's a nice guy. I'm going to vote for him.
But you got to remember...
the party might want to, sacrifice puppies for breakfast. Yeah. That idea is are you looking, this is a federal election, this is not a municipal election, this is a federal election. You're voting for your federal leader.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're voting for a seat in the federal thing is all what you're voting for. You're voting for seats. And so your riding represents a seat. So it all depends on, you got to look at how close is the race and who's it between in your riding. My old riding has been forever diehard conservative.
Okay, but you're telling me that this
closest
neighborhood...
person who has it... No, my old riding.
Yeah.
So the closest person who ever had a chance in hell of ever defeating the Conservative incumbent was an NDP candidate.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter who it was. They were always closest. So I would always vote for the NDP. And if I was still there, I wouldn't even blink and do it again. Because I know in the Alberni and Nanaimo riding, they have the only chance of defeating the Conservatives.
Well, but in this case, you've already said that the Conservatives have no way of getting in. So, and you've already said that the NDP candidate didn't impress you, but the spouse and the child of the guy you haven't even met yet have impressed you.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I think you already made your choice.
Oh, no. I mean, there's guaranteed you can sort of tell where I'm leaning already.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not committing. I'm still not committing.
Election.
That's what I'm saying. It's this election I'm not committing yet. But, yeah, for my vote probably is going to go red. But we'll see.
I'm hoping because I think it's time we all hard commit and we actually put our time into helping.
Yeah.
Good idea.
You know?
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could start volunteering, I suppose.
Very good point.
Exactly.
I could always tell them they're going to put a sign on the... They asked me if they could put a sign up. I said, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's no signs at all in my
Well,
neighborhood.
sign out.
None.
I mean,
None.
for the NDPs, I've volunteered to make phone calls. I've done the same thing. I will do the same thing. You know, maybe it's time for I to start to volunteer for the Liberals. I volunteered for the NDP for years. You go out, you help put out signs, you put out flyers, you do help with the neighborhood barbecues. There's a million ways to help the Liberals get there.
Oh yeah.
Kind of sitting here going, I don't know. I'm stepping my foot down. Like time we tell people who to vote for. Instead of going, I don't know. I think it's time we tell people vote Liberal.
Ginger's got bitchy today.
Wow, you're snapping.
Yep.
Snapping.
I totally see where she's coming from.
But
I've
no,
made that
actually, so do I.
recently too, and I totally agree with you.
No,
I
it's
totally
a good point.
agree with you.
Yeah,
And
making
more
a good
and more,
point.
I was leaning orange, but the more I see how Mulcair is dodging the press similarly to how Harper is, it worries me. And the way that he made people not even able to say the word legalization of marijuana, like that is...
The fact that the NDP won't discuss it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And the fact that he would do that to people, make them not able to raise an issue that they feel is important to raise.
Yeah.
That to me doesn't set really the greatest tone. Yeah.
Yep.
I have a hard time with anybody that had Libby Davis as, their health minister and then doesn't listen to her. That's what I have a hard time with. She's a
Deputy
smart.
minister,
She's a woman.
yeah.
She has been in the dregs of this for years, and to not listen to her is an insult to the hard work that she's done and all this way, and not
No, she
get
wasn't
on
being
board with her.
respected at all by the new guys at all. No. And that's like the old guard and the new guard. I think there was a changing when Mulcair came in, a huge change. Leighton's group that was it, the new NDP.
I'm
but
in
I mean,
Toronto.
my problem with the NDP has always been the same thing. Is Mulcair comes out when he talks about pot, and he always says, "Oh, we got to study it further." And every time I hear that, I just want to slap him in the mouth. I really do. I just want to backhand him.
I'm in Toronto, so I have Olivia Chow's people calling me because I'm in her riding. And every time they call, I said, I'm sorry. But, the NDP will not use the term legalization. I'm a medical marijuana patient. I don't have time to volunteer right now, and I might be going red. So, keep trying. And that's what I tell them every time they call.
That's always, yeah. I mean, I used to tell, I've had the young liberals quite often approach me. And I, started talking, and I mentioned that I'm involved in the cannabis industry, and they're like, "Oh, really quick to point out about their legalization stance." Well, this is, a while back, and I would always say, "Yes, that's great." And when I see it in your party platform, then we'll start to talk. So it's there now, but I wasn't just platform. It's like I want to see this as an election issue. I want to see it mentioned. I want to see.
It is.
I want to see the law
Vote
talking
Trudeau,
about
and
it.
and
So-
that's your election issue.
Well, that's what's going on,
That's it.
so it's happening. So, yeah.
That's it. Simple answer. Yep.
No, I know this. I know he does.
So it is an election issue. The Young Liberals brought it up.
It keeps coming up.
It's on their website.
Yeah.
It is the election issue. Do you want legalization? Do you want women's rights? Do you want our country to change and actually go back to the awesome thing it was instead of this fear-mongering, horrible place that it is under a conservative government, or not? Simple.
Well, one thing that I might have to say is nice that the New Democrats have done recently is they've asked the RCMP if they'll reopen the Senate expenses probe. Now that in light of new testimony in court regarding the most senior official in the Prime Minister's office, Ray Novak, as well as other senior Harper's conservatives in his inner circle, in light of the new evidence. The question comes in light of Wright's testimony in the high-profile case is that he was still in touch with Novak, Harper's current chief of staff, when he was signing out those checks. So lots of people were in on it. They all knew. I don't see how he can, how Harper can stay off the stand much longer. They got to get this guy up there.
Here's my very simple Prince Edward Island opinion on it.
Sure.
Did you see Mike in Ottawa? Yeah, that's a pretty long commute, eh? If he was in Ottawa all the time and not in Prince Edward Island, it's pretty clear that everybody said, wait, shouldn't he be back in Prince Edward Island this month? And he wasn't. I think everybody was in on it. If you saw him in Ottawa, like that's. You didn't see him in PEI. That was a pretty good hint to Islanders.
Yeah, but it wasn't so much where he was at. It's just like I say, the real issue here is what was going on.
No, part of it was that because
it's about where he was at.
It's exactly about where it was at because it was about his expenses because he was staying in Ottawa when he should have been living in Prince Edward Island.
Well, yeah, that's under his charges, but now the point is I was getting is it goes higher with the fact of who knew, when they knew, what they knew, and did you mislead the House and the government when you were asked about it? Did you lie? We're politicians. Was the Prime Minister lying when he stood up in the House of Commons and said, no, I didn't know anything, and so on? Was he? That's another major important issue that we need.
Of course he was. I did not have sex with that woman. He lied straight outright, and everybody went, I don't know. Because white, privileged men can lie all they want, and they never pay the consequences.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's just the way it is, eh? Sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, he lied.
That's it.
We'll see if we can get rid of him as Prime Minister. That would be awesome.
All right, we're going to throw up a video, but he's left. He's left.
Bill Cosby. No, I didn't drug those. How many is it now?
Bill Cosby. We got to, I'm trying to come up with some.
People lie to cover their own asses all the time.
Yeah. I wonder if we could make up a good shirt with Bill Cosby.
Oh, there are some, but they're all in really poor taste, so no. Because at least with Fuck Harper, there's, we're all victims. Yeah. If you start doing the Cosby stuff, then you are making fun of some really horrible pain that some women went through.
Yeah, you're right. No, but we can all pick on. Oh, thank God, we've all got Harper to pick on. Fuck Harper. That's what we haven't done in a long time. How about a group Fuck Harper? Everybody, on 3. Ready? 3. 1, 2, 3. Fuck Harper! Yeah. All right. There we go.
A little late to the game, but okay. Thanks for playing.
I like. It just shows that he's like using the Vapor Lounge to its absolute full maximum.
Yay!
Chat. How many people we got in chat today? Stoner Advisory.
At least probably 6 or 7 today.
6 or 7?
Yep.
Oh, how many viewers? That's what I guess I meant. It'll be underneath right underneath the picture. Like should say underneath the screen. Oh, here comes Jeremiah.
Popcorn.
How many people we got watching today there? 48, the usual number. Same old. Good.
I was like, 6? What happened?
I was like, what, 6?
In chat.
Stoner Advisory's in producer school right now, learning the ropes. So, yeah, she thought there was only 6 of you watching. Oh, right. Yeah. No, I realized.
The rest of us they're not typing. They're watching intently.
Yeah.
Intently. Yes.
That's right. 6 are talking. The other ones are watching. So we should watch a video Let's do that. Let's watch.
Do you want to
actually,
talk? Do you want to talk to us anymore? Should we say our goodbyes? Because we're going back to Toronto tonight.
Yeah,
both of
you
us.
are, oh yeah, you guys are heading out, aren't you?
Can I give you my plug on the cup? That if anybody wants to enter, they should go to thekarmacup.com. Entry information has all the categories, how much you need. I need it by September 25th in my hand. So apply today. I'll get in touch with you, tell you how to send it to me, etc. September 25th in my hand.
So that's a month tomorrow.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And 79 entries last year.
Yeah.
If you
There's
want
more
to be a
categories this
judge.
year. There's very few tickets left. It's not going to be an issue.
Never mind. Don't come.
Shh,
no.
Yeah.
Never
I mean,
mind.
I'm only taking
Never mind, they're all sold.
Cream of the crop at this point.
No, because I know people
are
that
still applying.
I know people that still haven't gotten them yet. So
Well,
don't come.
Yeah, at this point, we're getting to the point where all my friends who haven't paid yet are going to be SOL. It's like,
Yeah.
hurry the fuck up, guys. I don't know what to say.
Okay. Email me any of the info or throw it up on my Facebook, and I'll
No.
continue
Absolutely.
to promo it up on the show.
Totally.
I was
I
like,
would love to.
I was like, no, I'm making her do the work. She's planning a cup.
Yes. Yeah. No. Whatever. I can share you some stuff and drive. Don't worry.
That's
I can
what
handle
I mean.
that.
You know,
That's
we'll,
as far.
we'll
no
use
problem.
the magic of the
I'm
wide world of
organized,
web
so.
action to share some information, and
Yeah.
we'll promo it up. Make sure we keep mentioning it here on the
Yeah,
show.
we're doing testing this year too.
We're
Lab
doing
testing.
yes. Love it. I know they started doing that in one of the cups here, and I know
the
Tracy and I
Concentrate
on the
Open
old show,
does
on the
testing.
Opus Live show, talked about it quite often, saying that we couldn't wait for the testing to become the standard with solvent extraction, solvent-based
Well, we're doing it
extraction.
for everything, for the bud, for the
Everything.
edibles, for everything.
You're testing. What do you test the buds for?
Well, he said all the C's and a quality assurance screen and heavy metals.
And also, do you check for like a leftover residual, I guess, fertilizer?
I think that's in the quality assurance
Quality
screen,
assurance.
but I'm not quite sure how in-depth that gets. But at minimum, we're going to have it's going to be a reasonable test, don't worry.
Which a lot of that is just like leftover nitrogen levels and things like, if
Sure, there's
has
all
been
sorts of
flushed
garbage.
and
I'm
things.
mostly concerned about, like, are there, like, pesticides?
Well,
is there
yeah,
mold?
no.
Yeah.
Pesticides and mold obviously are the number two.
You know, I had a lovely
Or
education
the
today
number 1 and 2 is the top of the list.
with
here.
Carol Gwilt. She got me at her scope and showed me some bud under the scope that had issues, and showed me all sorts of pictures, and showed me some stuff to look for to see whether it's got pesticides
Yep.
in it, and just visually without even the lab. So, I mean, I already had some experience in it in the past, and being a grower, you learn to know what to look for. You see the same, you see
But
sort of
it's-
some breaking down of the.
But now you got to see exactly what a dispensary is looking for.
Yeah, totally. It was very, very educational. So thank you, Carol. That was wonderful.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Yeah.
I got to
The
see those
dispensary.
ladies last week as well.
Yeah. What's that?
I got to visit the Dory and Carol at the dispensary last week as well.
Yeah. No.
And the lovely Sita from Pollen Master.
Yes.
So
You got to meet with lots of people this.
I did. It was
on
a good
this
little.
trip.
It was a good little trip.
You've
But
been here how
am-
long? 2 weeks.
2 weeks and 2 days, the longest
Long
trip
time,
ever.
Wow.
Tracy.
I know. And
Away
trust
from
me.
your-
Days is like
Trust me.
max.
No. Trust me. The phone started going this morning. I am already paying for it. I've already paid for it.
Your dog will be happy. Your dog will not be happy
The
to
dog
see you.
is good. Apparently, I posted a picture on Facebook this morning, and my dad let me know that as soon as the picture went up on the computer, my dog barked twice. So she misses me.
Aw. Very
So
cute.
I get to pick her up in the morning. I'm very excited.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, it's been a fun time. You owe me a breakfast, by the way.
I do owe you a breakfast, but I'll be back in 8 weeks.
All right.
So
Well,
I figured I was in no
breakfast.
rush. I was in no rush. I can't help it. I went comic book shopping yesterday. I did. I went and I got the new Fight Club sequel that's now being released in comic book. So I've got the first 3 issues, and the 4th one comes out on Wednesday.
Crazy.
Mine too.
Yeah.
One of mine too. So yeah.
I haven't
So
checked out the graphic novels.
I just did. Like I said, I just picked up the first 3. The 4th one comes out on Wednesday.
I'm gonna have to pick them
Very
up.
cool.
Yep. So,
All right. Well,
Alrighty.
thank you much, and it's good seeing you, Sarah. It's been a while. I hadn't
Indeed.
since last year, sometime. I
Yes.
don't know. Toronto.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
That's how it goes, you know.
Yeah, well, no.
I stay in my little spot. Well, actually, I was out all sorts of places this year. Cannabis, Amsterdam, Denver. I've been all sorts of places.
Yeah,
I guess
she's been
just know where
traveling
you were.
this
Anyway,
Wait, no, you were in Saskatoon.
TheCarmacup.com.
You were in Saskatoon together last year.
Oh yes, we were. Remember,
Yes,
we had
yes.
breakfast together at Flint.
Yes.
That's
Don't
right,
you
too.
remember?
See?
Yes, we did too.
Yes. I remember. I put in an expense for that on my. It was a business. It was a business breakfast.
That's right too. Yes, we talked business.
Yeah. Well, no, we did.
Yeah, it's always business.
Exactly.
My whole life is business. That's why I read the Business Inquirer.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, girls. I appreciate it. Have a safe flight back, ladies.
We will.
Sure. I'll do my very best.
I'm planning on eating a big fat cookie and going to sleep.
There you go.
Hit the ground running tomorrow morning, folks.
I have a capsule.
Nice. Yeah, we're ready.
I find it great to
capsule.
stay
Shit,
like
where's the capsule?
just stay up all night and then just get on the plane. And
No,
I gotta find that thing.
I've done that, and then I didn't get any sleep, and then I had to do an interview with CBC National, and I couldn't remember what I said to them after I woke up.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
were
trying very careful to sleep on the plane now.
all
As long
right.
as you don't have to
Sleep
drive
on the
home.
plane. Yes. So we will see you again in 8 weeks. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show, and it's
was a
been
laugh a
fun.
minute.
Dinners and all that.
thekarmacup.com,
TheCarmacup.com.
TheKarmaCup.com.
weedwoman.com,
September
and
25th in my
big-
hands.
And Big Patricia
Weed.
Curley.
Hash, edibles in my hands.
Concentrates.
September
Done.
25th.
Yes.
I know stoners might need it repeated a few times.
A month tomorrow.
Yeah.
move
Today's the
There's
24th.
an online form, one per entry. Fill it out.
There you are.
4 more Saturdays. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait.
I'm going to remind you every day.
Approximately 56 more 420s.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Approximately.
Now there's a countdown.
That's a
No,
talent.
that's a countdown. There for sure.
Something like that. I'm sure I got the math wrong, but I'm trying.
It's a thought that counts.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's a number. Throw it out there.
Okay.
It sounds good to me.
Countdown app on my phone.
And if it's
Yeah, just
off,
by
well,
420.
you know, you can always make up for it by smoking more. And if you're over, well, so what? You still win.
All right, we're out of here.
All right. Thanks a lot for coming on again, and safe travels. And we'll
Thank
see you
you.
in about 8 weeks.
See you in 8 weeks.
So much.
And have a really good luck on your cup. I hope it's a huge success this year, and even better than last year. That's the way these things usually go. They just get better every year. So should be definitely have to make it for next year.
I'm bringing it this
I
year.
plan on it now. I have to plan these things this far in advance. Try to think about them.
Yeah, totally. Please.
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
Later, guys.
Yeah, hey. Sarah Sunday, Tracy Curley, also in Weed Woman. Oh yeah, thanks. Give that back to the producers over there. All right, well we'll watch another video. Let's watch. Oh, you know what? Run this promo with me with the boys. With TPV.
Oh, is that in there?
Yeah, it's right underneath the election coverage one. Opus.
Oh, it is there, yeah.
Up top.
Oh, that one's left.
Yeah, man, we haven't played that in a while.
Yeah.
Let's play this. This was all fun. This was earlier this summer, out on a boat.
Yeah.
More boat talk.
Yeah.
We go on a lot of boats. We do. At least I do.
I love boats.
Well, I've been on that particular boat, I don't know, half a dozen times at least.
Here on the
Go, man.
cruise with the trailer park boys. Yo, guys, how's it going? Here on the Kush Cup cruise with the trailer park boys. Yo, guys, how's it going? Fucking going great. Awesome, awesome. Hey, so what's your favorite show on Pod TV?
Show called Opus.
Opus, the 420 Lifestyle
It's
Show.
either Opus or Oprah.
Oprah. Oh, it's Opus.
Opus, okay.
Yeah, Oprah's on a different channel. All right.
It's like you gotta take a piss. Opus.
Opus.
That's it. Yeah, thanks, Ricky. That's exactly what it is.
Well, he's dumb. So it's just
Keep watching, guys. We'll have have more here from the Kush Cup. Right on 420 Lifestyle Show with Opus and on Pod TV.
Did.
Okay, you're going back. And you're back.
All right, we're back.
Like you gotta take a piss.
I was hanging with the Trailer Park Boys on the Kush Cup boat cruise earlier this summer. That was a whole lot of fun, to say the least.
They were loaded.
Oh yeah, there was. Actually, it was cool. I got to talk to Bubbles, Mike Smith, actually without his glasses on for a bit. That was kind of fun. He was a pretty cool dude, actually. He wasn't nearly as loaded as I thought he'd be, because he likes to drink. What's that?
I heard he drank an entire thing of tequila. So what
when I talked to him, he probably did by the time the end of the second cruise.
I interacted with them when I was waiting for the show that night, so I got to hear like all the aftermath of like what they did. And apparently, Bubbles drank out an entire like thing of tequila. So.
Well, I guess that's what happened.
But they're, dude, okay, I lived on the East Coast for like 2 years. Those East Coasters can hold their liquor.
Yeah. No shit, eh? All right.
It's true.
What else was I going to talk about here? I know there was something else I had up. Kind of a shorter show today. We didn't, oh, God, I've been too busy. One of the things I did, though, get done over the weekend, I'll tell you a little bit about my weekend. What the hell? That I worked all through. But I did, well, actually, I went to a party, too, so. Oh, yeah, no, I was at a rooftop penthouse bash for my new co-star in the new show that we're bringing, Legal Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. See, there's a segue in this. Oh, yeah. So, Rob Laurie, barrister and solicitor, Oxford educated. And, well, I won't go into the spiel. You'll see it when I release the video. But, yes, we've teamed up, and we're bringing a new show, Legal Eagles. It's a recorded show. And we were shooting... Well, we were shooting a whole bunch of stuff yesterday up in his office, up in the boardroom, up in the penthouse. His offices are cool. He's in the Ad Lucem Law Corporation is in the TD building there, right on where the BC Supreme Court is, right on the court of Granville and Georgia. So where we've protested out front numerous times recently for the Allard injunction trial. So it's kind of neat to go in there and go hang out in a lawyer's office up there on the 14th, 15th floor, something like that. So hopefully we'll get, I'll have some more of that edited and in the can and ready for to send to you so you can put it up on Pod TV. Hell yeah. Legal Eagles, first episode coming soon, real soon. What we will do, then we're having we have our premiere episode. That's what we're doing, and we're just booking our time now with Terry La Liberté, Queen's Counsel, a very esteemed lawyer and respected, actually very respected member of the legal community by both the Crown side and the judiciary as well as the bar. He actually is really well respected all around. He's quite the guy.
Isn't he the lawyer of the guy from The Sea Shepherd?
Yes, yeah. Paul Watson. That's right. Same guy. So a masterful attorney, and we'll be just talking with him in his office, talking about what to do when you are placed under arrest. You know, which kind of makes me think, well, what's he going to talk about besides shut the fuck up? No. I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding. No, I'm sure he's got lots to say. I know he's going to have lots to say.
There's other things you can do, and also to not get busted in the first place.
The best defense is a good offense. Exactly. Yeah, just don't get caught. Actually, everything's legal as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's pretty true.
I don't know. I never got caught. I never got in trouble for it. I guess it's okay.
Don't know if that'll stand up in court.
Well, but it's so funny. But that's how smoking weed has become, though. And dispensaries opening up. It's the same thing. It's like it's against the law, but we're like, nobody's coming over to bother me. I'm just going to keep doing it, right? And things just, well, and here we are. And Harper's your prime minister. And Steve-O's the PM. For now. Not for long. And as I mentioned before, even if he does by some fluke manage to get a minority government, I don't think that he'll have the confidence of the House to form the government. Because whoever forms gets a minority, they still need to get the confidence of the House to form the government. They have to vote. They have to, oh yeah, you got the confidence, you go ahead, form the government. Harper won't get it. They won't let him. And I mean, if Justin gets in, is Mulcair going to give Justin the confidence vote? I doubt it. You see what I mean?
Be another conservative or something?
Well, unfortunately, if it's like that, the incumbents under rule get asked to form the government first. Yes. So that's ugly.
That's going to be a big fight.
That'll be a big fight. Which, in that case, that's when the coalition scenario will probably raise its head. Because they're stuck. They'd be like, because they'll ask the conservatives, and they'll be like, oh shit, we can't have it. We'll have, they force them to form some kind of coalition. And to take him down and say, no, we're not going to do it. Or they'll just vote him out very soon and we'll right back to the polls again, which I don't think is going to solve anything. These guys, Mulcair, though, he could save it. This is where, and Tracy was talking about him. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's to say 3 days before the election, Mulcair says, I'm going to legalize weed. Oops. It's happened before. There was an Ontario election. I think it was the Mike Harris government, the NDP government, or was it Harris? It was one of their governments. The NDP guy, their candidate, said that if he was elected, they would get rid of all the photo radar in Ontario. Okay, now because Ontario had enacted this photo radar program, and and sure enough, it was close race, and boom, they won. 3 days later, that was it. Everybody said, "Fuck it, no more photo radar. I'm voting for those guys." And he won the election, and guess what? They got rid of all the photo radar as soon as they got into the government. And guess who got that photo radar? BC. We bought it all and and when we had the photo radar program here for, I don't know, half a dozen years or whatever it was, before our government came along and used the tactic, elect us, and we'll get rid of the photo radar. And sure enough, it worked. It worked again. And I don't know where it is now. I think we're paying to store it somewhere. Probably, because they can't, because by that point it's already secondhand equipment. Now it's third-hand equipment, and it's probably outdated and ancient. So we're probably paying to store it. It's e-waste, and we're probably paying to store it.
We should sell it to another province or state.
I don't know. Well, they should probably just hire a bunch of conservatives to sit there and pick away at all the the precious metals and separate it all out of them and squat in the dirt and pick at it and pay them pennies a pound for it. What?
I said it's like the new garbage system in Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, you've seen those one of those videos of people in I think it's in Zurich or whatever that they go to the gold district and they pick the streets. Have you seen that? Oh, you're kidding me. You haven't seen this? These people are all over the world in gold communities where they do a lot of gold trading and jewelries and famous jewelry areas like that. And you'll see people, they'll go down and they'll literally be sweeping. And they do it in New York City, as a matter of fact, too. In the Diamond District and things like that, too. And people have found that when they come out of these exchanges where they work with gold all day or with diamonds all day, well, they pick up minute little bits of it. And when they walk on the streets, they drop it. And literally, they have gold panners panning the sidewalks of New York City. And I watched the documentary on this, and these guys, they literally they'll take a small little chunk of sidewalk, every little nook and cranny, and sweep out every single little piece of dust. And then they've got a system where they separate it. And they're actually making money. This is the killer part. They actually make money. And some of them are making, not like shit tons, but they're making money. They're making enough to support themselves. They're making enough money that they're back there doing it daily, every day. Yeah, it was crazy. And like the guys are filming, the film crew, I guess, shooting this. You know, they're getting the camera right on the ground level, and like you can just see like people walking around this guy who's on his hands and knees, sweeping up this little corner of sidewalk, gathering up like minute little bits of dust.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, clean sidewalk. Really clean. Yeah, diamonds and gold.
Recycling.
Well, it's what it's comes down to, you know. I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. I mean, I've crawled through cow fields on my hands and knees looking for mushrooms. You know, parting the tall when the grass is, you know, a couple feet high. You got to get down there, get in to part the grass because the mushrooms are only this tall. Hard to find. Why else would you crawl through a cow field on your hands and knees? And you look around and there's like, well, there's about 50 other people doing the same thing.
They're looking for gold.
Looking for gold. Mushroom, fungus, gold. Hey, fungus among us. Oh, God, look at the time. We need a smoke. What smoke? Do a bong rip. You do a bong rip? I'm going to light this pipe.
Let's see that green bong you have there.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I walked in and I always like go up to the top of the lounge, and I always have fun picking out a bong because they have so many pretty fun bongs at Cannabis Culture Lounge. And I remembered I looked and I saw this one and I knew right away it was like so pretty. And I went up to the girl at the front desk and I asked her, like, I was like, oh, I want to pick out a bong. And right away she just walked over and grabbed it. It was just like one of those ones where it's just so like simple but eye-catching. I love it. Here.
It's just a cheap one, but it's cute.
But it's awesome. Here, bring it closer.
There you are.
Yeah.
Let's have a bong looks.
There you go.
Look at the bong.
Very nice.
Bong along with us.
It's like a perfect little green, perfect size bong.
All right. Well, we have one last. We have another video, I suppose. One last one.
We do. It's already queued up.
The Incredible.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's watch this. This will probably take us close to the end of the show, and then we'll come back and sign off with a couple announcements. That's right, a couple of announcements. So pay attention. There's going to be a test.
Hey, you got enough tire left to go up to Empire Hill? Yeah, I'm good. I know a shortcut. Shortcut's this way.
My name's Officer Dan. I'm with the High Plains Police Department, PD for short. I drive a Mustang. It's American muscle. It's built for speed.
What's your favorite part about that car?
Everything.
How fast can you go on that thing?
As fast as I want.
And what are you doing out here?
I'm chasing some hoodlums on some motorcycles. They've been causing a ruckus and general mayhem all around this here county. I've seen it all. I've really seen it all. But this is just out of control. I mean, these guys need to be stopped. We've been tracking them a while. They lay down thick streaks of rubber on the road, so it's not hard to find them. I mean, they just do it everywhere. I've seen Brodies. I've seen backwards riding. I've seen tossing of cameras. I've seen remote control cars.
What do you intend to do when you find these guys?
They are going to get the long arm of the law. I mean, you ever seen the movie Die Hard? Pretty much every day of my life is like that. That's the only way I can explain it.
Okay, well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. He's eating a marshmallow.
Now it's done.
All right, so there's our GoPro fix for the show, and I thought that was, well, first of all, some incredible driving. Absolutely incredible. And, but yeah, so that was fun. Just to make up for the what you guys thought was boring golf from Phil, from Phil the Thrill. Anyway, so I guess they're both actually great feats of athletic ability. Yes, both hard as hell to do. Anyways, that's pretty much the show today. We've got 2 minutes left by the big clock on the. I don't know. It says whatever. No, we're stuck on 4:20, but that's okay. Thanks again for coming in, Carly.
Anytime. Glad to be here.
And I want to thank Tracy Curley and Sarah Sunday for coming on the show today as well. Thanks, girls. Appreciate it. I want to thank Megan, Stoner Advisory, for sitting in and taking the course, how to be the producer. Figure it out. Mary Beth for taking pictures. Thanks very much. Awesome. And Kitten Puff for coming. Welcome back. Good to see you back from your travels out there. My turn next. I'm getting the fuck out of town. I'm taking off for a while. You can all just get out of here. You're all full of shit. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Thanks, Earl, for being the cranky conservative nut bar that you are, and keeping things interesting in this election, the 42nd Canadian election. That's amazing. Yes, there's only been 42 elections. Here we are. It's the 42nd election. So don't forget, on Wednesday, From Under the Sea Desk with Marijuana Man here on Pod TV. Friday, I know Jeremiah will be back with CCN News, sure enough. Saturday, it's the Redbeard Show. Hot glass action. Check it out. Safest way to look at it, it's on your computer. Can't get burned. Sunday, one of my favorite shows from Toronto, Stoner. Oh no, there is no Stoner Sunday. Vapor Central's closed for renovations. Ha! Forgot about that. That's right. That's right. No Stoners. What do you know?
Exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah. Another reason I got to get back to TO pretty quick. And that'll take us back to Monday, which will be this show again next week. That's right. The 420 Lifestyle Show, new banner, and the Fuck Harper shirts. Yes, I'll have more information on those very soon. Watch the Facebook page, Cannabis Culture Store. I know you got something up there now, but we're just, we're not in stock yet.
We're launching the store this week. So
the store's getting launched this week, so by that time we should have stock. Get the order, or very close, so your order will get filled pretty darn quick. Get them in, get your Fuck Harper shirts, make a political statement, show some class. And I tell you, you walk down the street every 10 feet, like, nice shirt, nice shirt, nice shirt, nice shirt. Everywhere you go. I walk in to get coffee. The guy doesn't say, oh, can I help you? He's like, nice shirt. What can I get for you?
All the chatters want one, too.
Everybody in chat. I know. Well, everybody's going to want one.
Buy one. As soon as they go up, buy one. Wear it.
Buy a couple. Go nuts. Because they'll be limited. Guaranteed. All right. So that's it for today. Yo. Till next week, you know what to do. Cultivate your freedom.